Hello everyone, this is Remus and welcome to another R&R Partners video. Today we're going to discuss obtaining a work permit in Romania. So this is going to be a long video. It's quite complicated to get a work permit in Romania, but I'm going to go through all of the procedure. So the first step is going to be finding an employer in Romania. Why is this important? Because the employer needs to get a certification to employ a foreign citizen in Romania. Therefore, the first thing is to find the employer, someone who is willing to go throughout the whole procedure in order to employ you in Romania. It's quite a long procedure, so the position that you're applying for must not be very urgent to be fulfilled. In order to find an employer, you have two options. The first option is to find the employer yourself. That's the case when you go through Romania's largest recruitment sites, and these are 2 or 3 sites, for example, eJobs, bestjobs.ro, and there's another one, Anunțuri, it's a Romanian word. And usually, though, on all the 3 platforms, all the employers are seeking to find employees who are Romanians. Therefore, the second best option, and the one that we recommend, is finding an employer who already contacted a recruitment firm to get those positions. So you'll have to go to a work placement agency, either in Romania or your home state, and ask if there are any jobs available for your specialization in Romania or in another country where you want. The work agency from your country will contact the work placement agency from Romania. They will collaborate together and they will see if you and your employer are a match. The next thing for coming to Romania, after the employer finds you and you find the employer, he will analyze the need for recruitment. He will formally open the position and he will start the recruitment. The whole procedure is quite complex and it involves time frames that are quite strict. There are some documents that are available for 30 days, other documents that are available for 60 days. For example, you will also need a criminal record which needs to come from your home state to Romania to be translated here and then presented to the immigration office. Therefore, the logistics of the whole procedure is quite complex. Somebody needs to know it and needs to manage it in a way that the documents arrive all at the same time and they do not expire, and they all are according to the time frame. If the documents do expire, you need to either get a new copy of that document. If it's an official document, you need to take the whole procedure from the beginning, and or the worst case scenario, you have to take the whole procedure from the beginning because nothing makes sense anymore. Therefore, my advice is for the part of the employer when he gets to employ you is to either get specialized help from us or from another company, and for them to know from the beginning that the whole procedure will take at least 2 to 3 months until you come to Romania for the first time, and then it will take some additional time until you get the work permit. What do you need to remember about this step is that you need to provide a criminal record, you need to provide some photos. The photos can be just taken in your home country, sent to Romania, and we will print them here. And you also need, the employer also needs to certify your qualifications if you have any qualifications in that sense. If you are, for example, on a management position, you will need your studies to be recognized in Romania by the Ministry of Education from Romania. Also, you need your CV. It needs to be updated, it needs to be coherent, it needs to fit the position that you are applying to and which is now opened. After the whole file is completed, the employer or the consultant who is helping your employer will make the appointment at the immigration authority. They will review the case. If everything is in order, they will make a physical appointment in which the file will be sorted and submitted. Within 30 days from applying for the work permit, the immigration office will issue a certification. Either you qualify and everything is in order. Actually, it's more about the employer to qualify and his position to be in order to employ you as a non-EU citizen. The second step is after you get the certification for the employer, he will send that certification, which is valid only for you, so the employer cannot get a certification to employ somebody who is not a European citizen on a certain position. It's to employ you on that position. That certification is sent from Romania in a scanned copy to you, and that's when the procedure starts in your home country or in a country where you actually reside. Depends. There are situations and situations. After you receive the certificate, you need to go to the Romanian embassy, and there you need to provide certain documentation. For example, you need to provide again the criminal record. You will need to provide again that you have the means of living throughout the duration of the visa to stay in Romania. Usually the visa is handed out for 90 days, so for those 90 days there is a minimum amount of money that you need to show that you have in your bank account in order to survive in Romania. If, I don't know, the work agreement is not executed, you do not start working, you need to provide that you have the means of living in Romania. And also there is an insurance. If in case something happens to you, we do not want you to just go to the hospital and nobody taking care of you. We need to know that you can take care of you and you can safely stay and live in Romania for 90 days. The next point is after you get the visa, it's gonna be in your passport. The passport will be delivered to your home. Also, in this period, we are facing a lot of problem with getting the visas. Some embassies are working, some other embassies are not working. The documentation needs to be submitted as fast as possible. After entering Romania, you will need to contact your employer to see if he had done some formalities for you. For example, they have a place where you can live there, or if they have your work agreement set up, or just to figure out where you're going to live for the first couple of days until you start the work agreement. After signing the work agreement, actually we start the third step, which is getting the work permit, which is the title of the video. So, getting the work permit is the last step after you come to Romania with a visa and the employer got the certification to employ you for a certain position. As soon as the work agreement is signed and it is registered with the public authorities, we start the procedure. You will need to get a medical checkup. There are some taxes to be paid also in Romania for the work permit. With all of these documents and a doctor's visit, you will go to the immigration office and you will request your work permit in Romania. Within 30 days from requesting the work permit, you'll get it. At this step of the procedure, there shouldn't be any problems. The only problems that may arise would be from getting another position than the one you applied, or something does not fit with the documentation that we previously submitted at the immigration authority. So the total time for the procedure is 3 to 4 months. It's a lot of time. You will need to know that this procedure cannot be done fast. So there are 3 steps for the whole procedure. The first step is the company to get a corporate certification in order to employ you. The second step is to get the visa in order to come to Romania for work purposes. And the third step is to get the work permit in Romania. The whole procedure usually takes 2 to 4 months depending on the situation. Therefore, you either need a job which will keep you during the whole procedure, or you need some savings which will last you through this period. Now, given that there is a pandemic going on at the moment of filming, the procedure can be delayed, but usually within 4 months you should be in Romania and have the work agreement signed, and you can start performing the work agreement. If you like this video, please give us a like down below, subscribe to our channel, and if you have an idea of a video which would interest you, please leave a comment down below and we will see how we can integrate it in our future videos. Until next time, see you. Bye.